See, they tell me that my child has a right to an education. But for now, feeding them false expectation, stressing that a child with self-esteem can make it. So they dropped the C's, D's, and F's from their former places, but left the A's and B's and added an I for incomplete. Telling me this makes it easier for my child to compete in a system that's struggling with funding. So when my child run up to me with all these eyes and I'm wondering why, what in the world is this? And then the principal gladly sits me down and says, Mr. Carey, don't trip. I's don't mean F's and D's. See, we trying to prevent your child from struggling. See, if we gave them D's and F's, children might start to believe that they can never overcome this, so they fall by the waysides, and in our classrooms they no longer try. See, no child left behind. With a government that sees so clearly but act as if they blind, but I want my child left behind if he ain't making the grade. So you can put the D's and the F's back on the page so I can know when my child is failing. Because I's don't mean incomplete. It means 0 to 99% chance of failing. And I can hear the colleges now telling me that my child can't compete. Because the kids in this school are all elite and I's are not even grades. So why don't I convince my child to forget college and go get a trade? Graduated from high school but reading at the level of 6th grade. The games they play like a kid don't know. So maybe that's the reason that most of our children are playing basketball or football or hoping to go pro. Maybe the school system is telling them if not, y'all gonna remain poor. Like a kid don't know when they ain't learning enough in class. Come home unhappy and sad and hand me a report card with all eyes that says, Mom and Dad, I passed, but in their hearts knowing that they being held back. So maybe that's the reason that our little sons are smoking and selling crack. Or maybe that's the reason our daughters are getting pregnant and selling for welfare checks. Or maybe that's because y'all know y'all heard it before that there are more blacks in jail than in college. So being inmates and steady mothers and fathers, but y'all act like y'all ain't bothered. But then again, I might be the problem because you always see me on the stage spitting, but never see me in front of no school picking it. And see our children are being left behind because I'm too busy at an open mic trying to shine.